Hello there and welcome back to Max World. This is Sachin sir, and in today's lecture we will try to understand the division of polynomial, you, me and my curly hero Monu. Before proceeding any further, let's try to recall few details from the previous standards. Very first, check out these questions. Don't you remember what sort of questions are these? Yes, these are algebraic expressions, and before solving these we must know the rules of integers and rules of indices. So Monu, can you tell us the rules of integers? Yes sir, I know the rules of integer. According to rules of integer, if two numbers have same sign, then we have to add them and then give bigger number sign to the answer. If two numbers are of different sign, then we have to subtract them and then bigger number sign to the answer. And while doing multiplication and division, if only one number is in negative, then my final answer is in negative. If both the numbers are in negative while doing multiplication or division, then I have to give positive sign to the answer. These are the correct rules. So when you apply these rules of integer, what do we get? The first one, 2a plus 3a, 2a plus 3a, what do we get? 5a in all. So my answer is 5a. In the second one, 7b minus 4b, 7b minus 4b, how many b's are remaining now? 3 b's are remaining, so my answer is 3b. And do not forget to mention the bigger number sign. Yes, over here sign is not mentioned because it is in positive. Okay, the third one is in multiplication. So over here we have to be little cautious while doing the multiplication of variable into variable, that is letter into letter. Okay, so in multiplication, number into number first of all. So 5 into 3 we get answer 15, and then m square into m square, how much is the answer? Yes, here while doing m square into m square we have to apply the rules of indices. According to rules of indices, if base is same, over here base is m, base is same, then we have to add the power, we have to add the indices. Okay, index I mean to say. So over here when you add 2 plus 2, what do you get? Yes, it is 4, and that is why my answer is 15 m raised to 4. The last one is 3p into p square. While doing solving that, what do you see? Again multiplication, again the base is same, p and p. So number into number, 3 into 1, answer is 3, but p raised to 1 into p raised to 2, we get answer p raised to 3, and that is why my answer is over here 3p cube. Isn't it easy? Yes. Now let's move on with the next sum over here. What do you see? Come on Mono, can you tell the rules? Yes sir, I know. We can solve it by fountain method of multiplication, according to which that 3 upon x will multiply both the numbers which are there in the bracket. Of course, we have to solve it by fountain method. So according to that method, the way Monu informed us, 3 upon x will multiply both 2x also and 5y also, the way you are looking on the screen. Okay, after doing multiplication, first step, when you try to open the bracket, we have to do numerator into numerator and denominator into denominator. This is the rule for multiplication of fraction. Numerator into numerator, denominator into denominator. So in that manner, what do you get? 2x into 3, the answer will be 6x, and in denominator, x into 1. From where we got the 1? For the 2x, then in the denominator nothing is there, means 1 is there. So accordingly, x into 1 we get x. So what is our answer? 6x upon x plus sign as it is, and then in the second bracket we get 5y into 3, that is 15y the whole upon x. Okay, after this, if cutting is possible, if you can strike out or cancel the numbers, you have to cancel them. So we can cancel that x right from the first fraction. So what is the remaining part there? 6 only, right? So my answer is 6 plus 15y upon x. So don't forget all these rules, because we are gonna proceed further with the polynomials and their division. Sir, please, can you please tell the meaning of polynomial first? So here is the meaning of the polynomial on the board. Observe these algebraic expression present on the screen and try to focus on their variable and power of the variable. Take few seconds. You are absolutely right. Of course, if you observe them, you will find only one variable in each of the algebraic expression. Second thing, their power is nothing but a whole number, right? If you see the first one, you will find that only y is there. For the second one, only x is there as a variable, right? And for the third one, we find only a present in it, right? And in their power, you find only whole number. So these algebraic expressions are nothing but polynomials. So how will you define them based on our observation? the algebraic expression in which there is only one variable and the index of this variable is nothing but a whole number, then that algebraic expression is called as polynomial. Isn't it right? Of course, keep it in mind. Now let's move on and try to understand the meaning of degree of the polynomial. Okay, observe this algebraic expression or polynomial on the board and try to find out the highest power present in these expressions. Yes, if you see the first one, in that 3y square, the y square that is 2 is nothing but the highest power. For the second one, x cube, that 3 is nothing but the highest power, and for the third one you find 5 is the highest power. So this highest power present in the polynomial is called as degree of that polynomial. Isn't it easy? Yes, and now you are all set for solving the division of the polynomial. So my dear, this is the first question on the board. The question is to divide and write the final answer as its quotient and remainder. Okay, so what we are going to do, first of all, check which is the divisor and which is the dividend. So over here 21m square divided by 7m, that means 7m is the divisor because it is present after the division sign, and 21m square is the dividend. And arrange the division structure the way looking on the screen. Okay, after this, always keep it in mind the way sir told you. In the multiplication, what we do? Number into number, letter into letter. The same technique we are going to utilize for division also. Number divided by number and letters divided by letters. That means variable divided by variable. Okay, so over here presently we have 7 as a coefficient for the divisor, and in the dividend we have 21. Okay, so focus on 7 and 21. In 7's table, do we have 21? Yes, it's 3s are 21. So what you're going to do? Write 3 in the quotient first of all. Okay, now check out the letters. We have 7m, that means m has a power 1. For the dividend, we have m square, right? So power is 2. Now what is the difference between 2 and 1? What is the answer? Yes, 1. So that means only 1m we will write in the quotient. Clear? One more time. Very first we are going to see number in the divisor and the number in the dividend. So in the divisor we have 7 and in the dividend we have 21. So do we have 21 in the 7's table? Yes, 7 3s are 21. So we wrote 3 in the quotient. After that we are going to check for the letters. We have only m in the divisor and m square in the dividend. So what is the difference between 1 and 2? Yes, it is 1. So 1m is extra in the dividend. So that extra m we have to write in the quotient. So in short, in the quotient, what do we get? 3m. Yes, and that is the question for us. Now what we are going to do? For tally your answer, once you multiply 7m and 3m, what do we get? Whatever the answer comes, that answer will be subtracted from the 21m square. That is a dividend for us. Okay, so what do we get? 21m square. Now subtract that 21m square from the dividend. So before proceeding further, as it's a subtraction, we have to change the sign of the number. So here a change in sign, that is negative now. Now positive 21m square, negative 21m square, both are cancelled. We got the remainder 0, and bang, our answer is completed. So what we got the quotient? We have quotient as 3m, okay, and remainder as 0. Isn't it easy? Yes. What is the funda? Number divided by number, letter divided by letter, and check the difference for the power of the letters. Okay, so let's move on with the next question on the board. What does the question suggest? 40a cube divided by 10a, negative 10a. Yes. So very first apply the rule of integer. In the division, if only one number is negative, what do we do? Yes, my final answer will be negative. Don't forget that part. So for a while carrying out the division, do not consider that negative sign, but while writing the final answer, without fail, you have to give that negative sign. Okay, so here we move on with the division structure. So according to the pattern, divisor must be written outside. So 10a is a divisor and 40a cube as a dividend written inside the structure. Okay, so what we have to observe now? Numbers of the divisor and number of the dividend. So what we have? 10 and 40. In 10's table, do we have 40? Do we have? Yes, we have 10 for the 40. So 4 will be written first. Now check the difference between the power of the letters, that is a. So in the divisor we have power as 1, that is only single a. In the dividend we have a cube. So what is the difference? Square, that is 2a, right? Correct? A raised to 2 is the difference, right? So that a raised to 2, that is a square, will be written in the quotient. And in this manner, what do we have in the quotient in all? 4a square. Yes, exactly. Now what to do? Yes, that quotient number and the divisor will be multiplied. Okay, and whatever the answer comes, it will be subtracted from 40a cube. Okay, so the moment you multiply it, what do we get the answer? 40a cube. Now write that 40a cube, change the sign of it, that is, it will be negative then afterwards. And the moment you see that both the numbers are same, powers are same, and they are in opposite sign, we can subtract them and answer will be 0. Isn't it right? Yes, but do not forget to write the final answer. So here is the answer. Quotient is blank, remainder is 0. Why it is blank? Yes, it's just a reminder for you that in the question it was negative 10a, only one number was negative, and that is why my final answer will be in negative for the quotient. What do we get then? Minus 4a square. Back. Isn't it right? Yes. Now proceed further with the next question. Again it is monomial divided by monomial. Yes, single term only. What is the question now? Negative 48p raised to 4 divided by negative 9p square. So what you observe first of all? Both are negative. Integers rules. According to rule, what do we get? Yes, according to rule, we will have positive as sign to the final answer. Okay, so that means no need to worry. I know now my quotient will be positive in the final answer also. Write the number in the division structure. 9p square will be outside and 48p square, p raised to 4 will be inside. Now check the numbers as per our method. In 9's table, do we get 48? No. So at this moment, the moment you do not find that dividends number in the divisors table, then we have one shortkey or one little change in pattern. So here, first of all, write it in fraction the way you are looking on the screen. 48 p raised to 4 divided by 9p square. Okay, now what we are going to do, have you heard the name prime factors? Prime factors 2, 3, 5, 7. Do you remember? Of course, that 48 will be turned into its prime factor, 9 also in the prime factor, and that those letters will be written separately the way you are looking on the screen. So as a prime factors we have for 48, 4 times 2, then 1 times 3, and then 4 times p. In the division, in the denominator we have 9p square, so ultimately we get 3 into 3, p into p, right? Then what to do? Yes, we just have to cancel the same numbers which are present in the numerator and the denominator, and bang, what are we left with? Yes, recalculate, multiply them, and we get 16p raised to 2 the whole upon 3. Isn't it easy? And this number will be nothing but considered as our quotient. Yes, of course. And now, as you know that when you multiply this quotient and the divisor, my answer should be what? Yes, dividend. For this condition, because we are doing monomial into monomial. Now how to multiply this now? Check out over here. 16p cube p square the whole upon 3 multiplied by 9p square. So what you are going to do? According to rules of multiplication, numerator into numerator, denominator into denominator, the heart shape, numerator into numerator, denominator into denominator. So according to that rule, we can carry out the multiplication, and if cutting is possible, do the cutting. You can cancel the numbers also. So cancel the numbers. We know that in 3's table we have 9, right? So the moment you cancel it, you get 3, right? So 3p square into 16p square, and the moment you multiply, 16 is a 48 again, and as a result we get 48p raised to 4, and that will be subtracted. We get the remainder as 0, and bang again, right? So my final answer will be 16p raised to 2 the whole upon 3 as a quotient, and remainder will be 0. Isn't it easy? Yes, and it's already there on the screen. We need to divide 40m raised to 5 by 30 m cube. Okay, we know that 30 m cube is a divisor, so must be written outside, and 40 m raised to 5 is a dividend, must be written inside of the division structure. Now the way we know, number divided by number, so in the divisor we have 30, in the dividend we have 40. In 30's table we do not get 40, right? So at that time sir told you to go with the fraction format, right? So here is the fraction format: 40 m raised to 5 divided by or upon 30 m cube. Okay, so here onwards there are two ways. Number one, you find the prime factors and then do the cancellation. Okay, second method, if you are able to judge or estimate a number which can divide both these 40 and 30, you can choose that number, like by 10. Yes, by 10 we can divide 40 also and 30 also, correct? Or otherwise you find the prime factor the way we did in the previous sum. So here are the prime factors: 5 into 2 into 2, that gives you 20, again into 2, that gives you 40, right? So 3 times 2, 1 times 5 together gives the answer 40, and then we have 5 times m, right? The whole upon, for 30 we have 5 into 2 into 3 and then 3 times m. And now here is the cancellation, and after that the remaining part, that is 4m square, the whole upon 3, is nothing but the quotient for us, right? So this quotient must be multiplied by 30 m cube to get the final result, right? So we know that final result is nothing but 40 m raised to 5, the way you're looking on the screen. 30 m square into 4m square, the whole upon 3, we can do cancellation, right? The 30 will be divided by 3, we get the answer 10, and as a result when you multiply 10 m square into 4 m cube, we get the answer 40 m raised to 5, and bang on target, right? So here again do the subtraction, change the sign, and as a result we get the remainder 0, and that's it. Now time to write the final answer. So as a final answer we can write quotient is 4m square, the whole upon 3, and the remainder is 0. Yes. Now boys and girls, we have done on monomial divided by monomial, all 4 questions of the exercise, and now we are going to do binomial divided by monomial. Little change is there in the method, but sums are very easy. So here is the next sum on the board, that is binomial 5x cube minus 3x square divided by x square again. Okay, after that, which is the dividend, must be written inside of the division structure. Divisor x square will be written outside, and now let's begin the division. Very first, which is the first term of the dividend, that is 5x cube. We will focus only on that part. Okay, in the divisor we have number 1, right, as a coefficient. So in one's table, do we have 5? Yes. At what place? 5s are. So 5s are will be written in the quotient, and now check the difference of the power between the variable. We have x square in the divisor, we have x cube in the dividend, right? So how much is the difference? 1x is extra, so write x near to that 5, and as a result we get 5x, right? 5x in the quotient, and next step is what? That 5x will be multiplied by x square, the way we did in the previous 4 sums, right? As a result we get 5x cube, and the moment you subtract, do not forget to change the sign the way you are looking on the screen, right? As a result, positive 5x cube, negative 5x cube will give you the result 0, right? After that, the next number of the dividend, that is minus 3x square, will be taken down. Okay, now this is the very crucial step, my dears. What is the sign of this number? 3x square, the one which is taken down, it is negative. So very first step is to give that negative sign in the quotient. I repeat, whichever the number you take from dividend down, okay, as a second step of the division, that sign must be given in the quotient the way you are looking on the screen. Okay, now x square is the divisor, 3x square is the dividend present in the present situation. We have 1 3s are 3, so that's why 3 will be there in the quotient. And check out the difference between the letters powers. X square there also in the divisor, x square here also in the dividend, so they will cancel each other, and no variable will be there with 3, and that's why the moment you multiply that 3 and x square, we get 3 minus 3x square, right? Minus 3 multiplied by x square, keep it in mind. As a result we get minus 3x square, and the moment you do subtraction there will be change of sign that gives the positive sign to the second 3x square, and as a result we get the 0 according to rules of integer. Okay, so what we got over here, we got 5x minus 3 as a quotient and remainder is 0. Shall we try one more sum? There is a sixth question of the exercise on the board. The question is 8p cube minus 4p square is divided by 2p square. Okay, as you know 2p square is a divisor, will be written outside the division structure. 8p cube minus 4p square is a dividend, so written inside, and we will begin our division with the first term of the dividend. What is that first term? Yes, 8p cube. Divisor we have 2, in the dividend we have 8. Do we have 8 in 2's table? Yes. At which place? 4's are, right? So 4 is there in the question. Now check out the letters. We have p square in the divisor, we have p cube in the dividend. How much is the difference? 1p, and that is why 4p is there in the quotient. Okay, one more time. We have 2 in the divisor, 8 in the dividend. In 2's table we have 4's are 8, so 4 is there in the quotient. After that, check out the difference of the power of the letters p square and p cube. How much is the difference? 1p is extra, and that 1p is written in the quotient. After this, 4p will be multiplied by 2p square. As a result we get 8p cube, right? Do not forget to give that division sign of the that subtraction sign of the division, and then due to which we will have change of sign, that is negative to the 8p cube, and as a result after subtraction we get 0. Okay, now which is the next number now? Negative 4p square. Take it down. Okay, what is the important step over here? What is the sign of that 4p square? Negative. So negative sign must be given in the question first of all. Okay, it is given. Now 4p minus. Now we are going to check the next number, right? In the divisor what do we have? We have 2p square. In the dividend what we have? 4p square. Okay, now check out the numbers. In 2's table do we have 4? Yes. Which place? 2's are. That's why 2 is written in the question, right? Now check out the difference between the powers of the letters. P square in the divisor and p square in the dividend also. So there is no difference. I mean to say difference will be 0. So no letter will be utilized for the further procedure. So 2 will remain alone in the question. The moment you multiply 2p square into 2, what do we get? Yes. Do not forget that negative sign of the quotient must be taken while doing multiplication. As a result we get negative 4p square as our answer. Now the moment we do subtraction of the division, we have to change the sign, right? The change of sign is positive, and as a result both the numbers will cancel each other and our remainder will be 0. And in this manner we can solve binomial divided by monomial. Do not forget to write the final answer always. It is enough for today, boys and girls. I hope you have understood. If you have any doubt, feel free to ask in the comment section below. Till then, see ya and take care.